Good morning. So this past weekend saw the launch of the CRS23 mission from SpaceX. This was a launch from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and it was successful. It was the 23rd resupply mission launched by SpaceX towards the International Space Station. So it's a two-stage rocket. And after the launch, the first stage successfully returned to the drone ship, a Shortfall of Gravitas, in the Atlantic Ocean. So the landing was successful. They were resupplying the International Space Station and also took up some supplies. It was initially scheduled for the 28th of August, but unfortunately was weather delays and it was postponed up until the 29th. As per usual, it also carried some scientific equipment and experiments and cultures. So the launch of the CRS23 mission was successful. Dragon capsule successfully separated from the booster 12 minutes after launch.
Right now is a view of Dragon, and that is a view of Falcon 9 underneath it. It is a reusable two-stage rocket designed and manufactured by SpaceX. The bottom two-thirds of the vehicle is the first stage. Its objective is to accelerate the vehicle through the Earth's atmosphere to space and then separate from the rest of the rocket. This is going to be the fourth flight for today's first stage, which actually previously supported both the Crew 1 and Crew 2 missions for NASA. We are going to be attempting to recover the first stage again with our brand new drone ship named a Shortfall of Gravitas. There it is on screen. Above the first stage is the second stage. It has a single Merlin vacuum or MVAC engine, which ignites after the first stage separates. The second stage is what will carry Dragon to its intended orbit, allowing the spacecraft to eventually rendezvous with the International Space Station. And as we saw previously, Dragon is the spacecraft sitting on top of the rocket. To this day, Dragon remains the only spacecraft currently flying that's capable of transporting significant amounts of cargo to and from the Earth. So that's a little bit about our Dragon and Falcon.
Hello and welcome aboard the International Space Station. I'm NASA astronaut Megan MacArthur along with my crewmate Shane Kimbrough. We are getting ready for the SpaceX 23 cargo mission coming up soon, and we're very excited. It's going to be keeping us pretty busy.
Hey Megan, let's go show them around the space station a little bit and we'll show you where some of these experiments are going to be done. Welcome to the European module called Columbus. This is where a lot of the SpaceX 23 experiments are going to hang out. One of those is called Apex 8, which is going to study the response to stressors at the genetic level of plants. Now they're going to be really small plants in petri dishes that we're going to eventually put into this facility here that's called Veggie. It's a veggie plant growth facility. On my last flight, I got to grow lettuce in here, and we got to actually harvest that and eat it, so that's pretty cool. One of the things we're trying to do is to learn how to engineer plants to grow better in microgravity. And what we learn from that will be able to help us in the future in space travel, but also help people on Earth grow things better. This isn't the only facility we have on the International Space Station to grow things. We have an advanced plant habitat, and currently we're growing chili peppers in there, which we hope to harvest towards the end of our mission.
So now we're in the U.S. laboratory, which is called Destiny, and this is one of our main areas for conducting science on the International Space Station. One of the things that makes the International Space Station such a versatile research lab are the express racks. There's a couple of them right here over my head, and the cool thing about these is that it allows different researchers from around the world to send up their own payload, and the express rack provides the power and data, cooling, whatever that particular payload needs. One of the new facilities that will be coming up on SpaceX 23 cargo mission is called the Faraday Research Facility, and it's able to house 4 different experiments at once. 3 of them will house small organisms. The 4th experiment will be a medical experiment to look at remote-controlled delivery of medication. So that will be an interesting technology demonstration as well, and we'll be able to install that facility into one of our express racks here in the laboratory.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Cargo Dragon takes flight, continuing a busy year of deliveries to a crew of 7 aboard the International Space Station.
The first of those 5 events, main engine cutoff, is coming up in about 10 seconds.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
IMVAC ignition.
Stage 1 boost back burn startup.
Okay, those were those 5 events. A lot happening on screen. Main engine cutoff, stage separation. The first stage performed a flip. Second stage on the right-hand side of the screen ignited its Merlin vacuum engine. And on the left-hand side of the screen, we're in the middle of that stage boost back burn. Looks like we are getting some really cool views
Stage 1
of
boost back
the
shutdown.
contrails being produced by the first stage. And
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there is the beginning of the entry burn. 3 Merlin engines have relit and are currently slowing down the first
Stage
stage.
1 entry burn shutdown.
Awesome. That is the successful completion of the second burn. We are about 60 seconds away from landing, and the vehicle is traveling about 900 miles an hour. This really puts into perspective the deceleration. In the span of less than a minute, we'll have reduced the speed from the speed of a jet all the way down to 0 as the rocket lands. And again, this is our brand new drone ship, a Shortfall of Gravitas. This is going to be the first time that we are making a landing attempt on it, and it's currently perched out in the Atlantic Ocean waiting for that first stage booster to return to it.
Stage 1 landing burn startup.
A single engine, the center engine, engine number 9, has relit in preparation for landing.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And that is the 90th successful landing for an orbital class rocket, and the very first for our new drone ship, a Shortfall of Gravitas. That is a beautiful thing to see and a great way to start off today's mission.
There was also a discovery made in the recent weeks. Apparently our sun's got another neighbor, and this neighbor is called BH27 or 2021 BH27, and this is an asteroid that's orbiting around the sun, and it is said or estimated that at some stage in the near, well, not so near future, probably over the next couple of million years, it will collide with either the sun, Mercury or Venus. And no need to worry, this asteroid is nowhere near Earth. New neighbor that we just discovered the sun has. Like I said, it's going to take millions of years. It's orbiting around the sun, and it only intersects with Mercury and Venus's orbits. It holds absolutely zero threat at this stage for Earth. In terms of StarBase, the usual still applies. The last developments on StarBase was that the quick release arm, the QD arm, has been installed. Not sure if all the plumbing was completed. And then also the catch arm, or one of the catch arms at least, were connected to the launch tower. Now this catch arm is supposed to slide up and down the tower, if I'm not mistaken. So there is some progress being made, but I still think that this orbital launch attempt will only take place probably by next year, if we're really lucky, end of this year, but more likely next year. So there is developments, not as fast as some people would like, but I think that rather play it safe at this stage and make sure it all goes to plan. Obtaining all the FAA approvals is going to take some work, and they need to complete the StarBase before that happens. So they are working on the fuel farm at this stage as well, and it needs to be completed, and everything needs to be tested, and it needs to be ensured that everything's working like it should. After all, we don't want to see another N1 disaster. There was also some parts spotted for booster number 5, so they are concentrating on building the next booster and Starship 21 as well. So parts of these vessels have been spotted and they are working on them. There will be quite a large number of modifications on Starship 21, or Ship 21 as they refer to it now, and booster number 5. As per usual, the footage is courtesy of SpaceX, the official YouTube site or page, and BocaChicaGal and NASA Spaceflight. Big thanks to them for providing us with such awesome footage. And as always, thanks for watching the unknown experience. So it's just a short update today. No politics, no anything else. As per always, thanks for watching. Stay safe and don't panic.